Hey everyone, welcome to Malleus Gaming. I'm your host Malleus, and with it being the spookiest month of the year, I figured it's time to take a look at the terrifying forces of the undead. I hope you enjoy sand, pyramids, and bones, because today I'll be going over my picks for the top 5 Tomb Kings units. This list will be a little different, as I'll be covering what I think are the best units for 5 different unit types: Infantry, Ranged, Cavalry, War Machines, and Monsters. Lords and Heroes will have their own videos down the line. Before we start, if you enjoy this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as it will really help out the channel. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date with future videos. Now, let's begin. Starting off with the backbone of the army, my pick for the best Tomb King infantry unit are the Tomb Guard with Halberds. These dusty boys are your go-to unit for holding the line against enemy forces. While they aren't as heavily armored as many other armies' elite heavy infantry, they are rather unique in that they are a halberd unit which also have shields. Their shields are silver tier, which blocks 55% of all small arms fire from the front, and they have a very respectable melee defense of 47, which will significantly reduce the amount of damage they take in close combat against most units. Their offensive stats seem rather mediocre, with an average melee attack of 25 and weapon strength of 29, but looks can be deceiving. Due to their halberds, they're very good at grinding down armored and large units. Of their 29 weapon strength, 20 of that is armor piercing, and so will ignore all armor. Additionally, they have a bonus versus large of 19, which will get added to their melee attack and weapon strength, giving them an attack value of 44 and a strength value of 48 against any large units like cavalry or monsters. Enemy cavalry and monstrous units won't be able to punch through a line of Tomb Guard halberdiers, and will take a hell of a lot of damage, if not be outright destroyed. Combined with their charge defense against large foes, charge reflection, and healing from the realm of souls, Tomb Guard with halberds will make a solid anvil for the rest of your army to maneuver around. Unless they're fighting Brendan Fraser. Then they're screwed. If you've got a bone to pick with your enemy, make sure to bring my choice for the best Tomb King's ranged unit, Ushabti with great bows. Not only are the Ushabti the best ranged unit in the Tomb King's roster, they're arguably one of, if not the best, missile units in the game. Ushabti great bows are monstrous missile infantry, and as constructs have a high armor value of 90, are unbreakable, are quite fast with a speed of 54, and possess a very high melee strength of 65, 47 of which is armor-piercing damage. But where they really shine is in their ranged damage. With their great bows, these Ushabti have a whopping range of 255, which means that they'll only be outranged by artillery units. Not only that, but they do ridiculous amounts of damage with a missile strength of 111, 104 of which is armor-piercing. Don't think of these units as archers. Think of them as mobile ballistas. You can use your great bows to devastate enemy infantry formations, as their shots will penetrate the front ranks, damaging those behind. Enough fire will leave the enemy units either fleeing the battle, or so damaged that they won't be effective in a fight any longer. The great bow's high damage, armor-piercing shots are great for taking out enemy heavy cavalry or monstrous units, and they can even serve as counter-artillery units thanks to their long range. They're great as a scalpel unit, as you can concentrate fire on the highest threat against you, neutralizing whatever your target is before the battle lines clash. A couple of units of Ushabti with great bows will allow you to control the battlefield, forcing the enemy to either come to you or lose their units to the punishing great bows. These Ushabti allow you to control the rhythm of the battlefield, and so you shouldn't ever leave your tomb without them. If you really want to feel the wind in your ribcage, then look no further than my pick for the best Tomb King's cavalry unit, the Necropolis Knights with Halberds. These units are basically made up of a tomb guard surfing on a giant animated cobra statue, which is just too cool. Necropolis Knights have a very high armor value of 110, a decent cavalry speed of 66, average melee attack and defense of 32 and 37 respectively, a decent strength of 55, and a decent charge bonus of 40. Much like the previously mentioned Tomb Guard though, their halberds make them shine. These units have a bone-crushing bonus versus large of 32, which will give them an attack value of 64 and strength of 87 against large targets. Additionally, they have poison attacks due to their cobra mounts, which will lower their enemy's speed, missile, and melee damage by 15% in close combat. Combined with their charge bonus, they'll be hitting enemy cavalry units extremely hard, making them amazing units to protect your flanks with. While they aren't as powerful as some of the other elite cavalry out there, they perform well in their role of fast, anti-large shock troops. If you think all of these skeleton puns aren't very humorous, don't worry, we're almost there. My pick for the best war machine in the Tomb King's roster goes to the face-melting machine that is the Ark of the Casket of Souls. The Casket is a heavily armored artillery unit with an armor value of 80, so it won't disappear when the enemy glances at it like most other artillery pieces. It's got a very long range of 440 and a massive missile strength of 648. It shoots 7 arcing explosive magical projectiles that do a majority of armor-piercing damage. It fires rather slowly, taking 18 seconds to reload, but a good barrage can pretty much wipe out a compact enemy unit. Use them to bring the enemy to you, to cause enormous damage to their units. Counter their own artillery with the crazy range it has, break down enemy towers or gates in a siege, and even help recharge your magical power with its Covenant of Power ability. Not bad for a giant floating box. The Tomb Kings have a lot of monstrous units, so this selection was difficult to narrow down to a single choice. But my pick for the best monster in the Tomb Kings roster goes to the Necrosphinx. These things just look absolutely balls to the wall hardcore. They've got a cat-like body, a scorpion tail, wings, friggin' massive scythes for arms, and this beautiful coruscating blue energy across their entire body. But enough on how they look. How do they perform in battle, I hear you ask? Very well. They've got a really high armor value of 100, are quite fast with a speed of 68, really good melee attack and defense at 48 and 40 respectively, a really high weapon strength of 413, 300 of which is armor piercing, and a decent charge value of 52. Not only all that, but these things are massive, being well able to just literally scythe their way through enemy infantry. But what about cavalry or other monsters? Well, continuing the theme of most of the units on my list, they've got the anti-large trait, which gives them a bonus versus large of 35. While this won't be too significant a buff to their already massive weapon strength, it'll be a really nice attack bonus to the Necrosphinx's melee attack, bringing it up to a crazy level of 83. This massive construct will easily butcher its way through any cavalry unit, and can easily go mano y sphinxo with any other monster in the game. Now if only those wings it has weren't just for decoration. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon, as it really helps out the channel. If you have any questions, see anything you disagree with, or have your own top picks, let me know in the comments. You can find my socials in the description below, and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!